His talk is not wanting it badly enough. Give it up for Rob Corbett.
Oh, wow, 4 years. I got to tell you, this is not part of my talk, but after that first night, I left, went down the stairs, and went, well, that'll never happen again. I just seriously, there were 17 of us. So the challenge to tell a story, and this is what I do, right? I talk for a living. I stand in front of people and talk, and I am scared out of my wits because Michelle challenges me to tell a story I've never told, and this is a story I've never wanted to tell. I've told a lot of individuals, but I've never told this story publicly, certainly not all the pieces of it. So this is how my marriage fell apart. Yeah, there's a fun topic, isn't it, right? They say opposites attract, and what really ruined my marriage is that we were very, very similar. She wanted a really special man in her life, and so did I. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I wanted a man like Anderson Cooper. Actually, I wanted Anderson Cooper. Anyway, that led to, I mean, I joke about it, and we all laugh about it now, but that led to what was possibly the worst year of my life. To have always been the person to pick up the pieces and to comfort people, and to know that this person who you love very much and care about very much is weeping constantly, and you can't help because I can't help because I'm the reason she's crying. And it was awful. It was an awful, awful, awful time. We had 2 young children, and all of this because I couldn't look at my kids and tell them to be proud of themselves. My kids are adopted internationally. Zara is from South Africa. Lily is from China. How do I look at my kids and say, be proud of who you are, and don't talk about daddy, right? So it was really rough as we tried to figure out how all this was going to happen. How does all this work? What do we do? And it was a rough year, but 18 months later, we moved into a duplex. I'm in the basement, she's upstairs, and the kids kind of live in the whole place in this weird kind of modern family way. We are still a family. And it's not fully functional, but it's about as functional as any other marriage I've ever known. Can we talk about my parents, who also said, don't draw attention to yourself. And here I am. So we sat down and we started getting on with life and raising our 2 kids and, trying not to mess them up any more than possible. And then I started to get close to my 50th birthday. Now, 50 is tough, right? Yeah, I know. Getting to 50 is easy. You just keep breathing and eventually you turn into 50. But the turning point is really challenging, and I overthink things, right? It's what I do. So I'm sitting and I'm going, okay, it's 50's coming up. What do I want to do? And I realized I wanted to make some changes. Things had stabilized in my life. My ex was dating a very, very nice, wonderful man. I was not. And I thought, I got to change that. It's time to go find someone, right? It's got to... and then my internal critic, the internal critic, mine sounds like a drag queen. I don't know why. I seriously, I call her Flo. I don't know why. And Flo comes at me and she goes, are you serious? You're 50 and you're bald and you've got 2 kids who are highly dependent on you and you still live with your ex-wife and you've got an extra 30 pounds. Who's gonna date you? And I went, oh my God. I'm 50, and I'm bald, and I've got 2 kids I'm very dependent on, and I still live with my ex-wife, and I've got an extra 20 pounds. Shut up. I didn't ask you. You want to come up here? Submit. But I checked, and Anderson Cooper was not available. So I realized if I'm going to enter the dating, and I gotta tell you, dating at 50 is weird. There's a reason 20-year-olds should do it. I could tell you stories, but I've only got 10 minutes, but rest assured, I did not go to the naked square dancing. It's like, I got invited. I gotta, seriously, swing your partner takes on a whole, I didn't want to be there, right? I'm just saying, right? And so I figure if I'm going to enter the dating world at 50, I need one of 2 things, right? I either need a smoking body or I need a very, very big bank account, right? Because I got to tell you, I don't know if you know this, but the gay world can be a little superficial. And I was looking like this, right? So I figured I'm going to go for the smoking body, right? Because, why not, right? It's time to become like a Greek god, or in my case, an Irish-Canadian god, right? Which is like a Greek god, only pastier skin and kind of blotchy, right? And so I planned it all out, because this is what I do. And I got an exercise regime, and I took a fitness test, and I looked at my diet and got scared. And I went to the gym, and I was faithful. I was faithful to my exercise program. I was faithful to my diet for a week. Okay, it was 6 days. Leave me alone, right? And then I missed a day, because you got to take a day off every once in a while, right? And then another one just because, and then I got busy, right? And anyway, so my inner critic, Flo, comes back, and she goes, "You're lazy. That's a problem. You're lazy, and you're unmotivated." And then she hit the nasty one, "And you're afraid of success. That's what it is." And I went, "Oh my God, I'm lazy, and I'm afraid of success. She's right." And I sat in front of Facebook for a couple of months thinking about how I would change that. And then I thought, okay, no, I tried a couple of times, right? I did get to the gym on occasion, but not very often. I did eat some vegetables just before dessert. And yeah, you got to have a balanced diet, right? And finally, and I inspire people as part of my job. It's what I do, right? And I remember one day, and it had gotten, I'd put on an extra, ounce or two. And I had my gym clothes in my bag, and I was standing at the door of my basement apartment. And I couldn't get out the door to the gym. Like, I couldn't do it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm giving myself the lecture, like all this stuff I tell people about motivation and, feeling good about yourself, and if you think it, you can do it, and imagine yourself with pecs and abs and, glutes that you can't stop looking at as I walk away from you, right? And I can't get myself out of the door. Like, I can't do it. And there's Flo, right? And Flo's going, "You're lazy. And you are afraid of success." And I said, "I know that, but why?" And she goes, "Because you don't want it badly enough." And I went, "I know, I don't want it badly enough." Oh. I don't want it badly enough. In fact, I don't want it at all. This is not who I am. I put my family and people I love through hell so I could be who I am, and then promptly set in to become something that I wasn't. I got news for the world. I got news for me. I am not a Greek god. I'm not even Greek. I like souvlaki, but that's as far as it goes, right? I look like this. And I got to tell you, coming out the first time was rough. I got to come out again. I am now a 51-year-old bald guy. And I got an extra, I don't know how many pounds, because I haven't weighed myself in a while, right? And I am not. And this was a huge eye-opener for me. I suddenly realized that being true to myself wasn't just about who I was attracted to or who I wasn't attracted to and whether Anderson Cooper was available. And he's still not. That guy has cheated on him, and he's still not available. Seriously, right? It's about being true to all of me. And part of me is that I don't like going to the gym. I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. I want to eat well, but I really like chocolate cake. And at the end of the day, I need to be who I am. And I am not lazy. I'm happy. And that shocked me. I'm actually content with my life. And I'm not unmotivated. I like things the way they are. My life is good. And I am not. There was something else. Oh, dear, I was on a roll there, wasn't I? I was doing so well. I've done this before on the MoMondays stage. I don't know why they keep asking me back. Yes, thank you. Fear of success. I am not afraid of success. I am a success. So here's my new, yeah. Right. Thank you. So here's the thing. I am now a 51-year-old, bald, gay man. I have 2 amazing kids who I see and raise every single day and who love me, drive me round the bend, and call me daddy. I have an awesome relationship with a woman who should hate me, and that speaks more of her than it speaks of me. And I have got work that I love. I have people around me that care about me. I have family that cares about me. For the last 4 years, I have had MoMondays. And since May, I have had a very nice boyfriend who looks a little bit like Anderson Cooper. I go.